Hey, so I thought I'd share another decoder install on how am I going to do it. So today I am going to install a decoder in this UP heritage unit from Kato or Kato. It's a SD70ACe. I'm going to be using Digitrack sound card or sound effects SDN144K1E. Alright, so tools that I'm going to use, might end up needing tweezers. I have my precision kit and Kepton tape. So just in case if I need some more, I guess I'll find out. So first thing we're going to do is put this bad boy aside and disassemble this train. So okay, now the whole body is just going to lift off, but you just have to go gently and be persuasive. There you go. Yeah, I'll put that guy aside. Okay, now this is going to be a full board replacement. Now I am just planning everything out to see where things are gonna go. We slide, that's where the tweezers come in. Slide this board back. These things here, the wings, they come off. Good rule of thumb is to use this. The new one, so it looks like we got sticky tape here. Do I want to peel it or do I want to leave it? No, I'm going to leave it. Throw this on the bottom. I'm going to put a little piece of Krylon right on the top of the speaker. And they're pretty straightforward. If I can get the camera to stop focusing on my hands. All you do is two goes on top and one goes on the bottom. Might be easier if I just use my hands. Okay, there's one. There you go. Okay, now here's the thing. When you guys install this, these pieces right here, these wings, whatever you want to call it, gonna go to the side, and then the motor itself has little wings, and you want that to touch. So the tricky one is on the other side, because the other side comes up. We can do that. What goes on in the front here? No, that can't go there. So I'm just looking to see where I can put this capacitor. Alright, so after trying to figure this out, the original speaker, it is too big to fit in here. So you can't put it like this because it won't fit in the body. It's too wide. A little off screen here. Yeah, so can't fit it in the body because it's too wide. Can't fit in this way because there's just not enough room. Which would have been ideal if Kato pre-drilled holes right down here in the belly or in the fuel tank, so that's where the speaker would go. But unfortunately that's not so, and I don't have a drilling machine to do this, so it would have been really nice to put it in there. So I am going to the alternative, which is salvaging this little speaker from my Kato SD90 Mac, right? Yeah, SD90 Mac. So let's salvage this and put this up here because this speaker will fit. Okay guys, I got a bit of a jump start here. I just wanted to make sure that this was going to work. Okay, so I am replacing the salvage speaker, which is garbage because it's not even loud and it's yucky. And I'm replacing it with a Lock Sound 11mm by 15mm square 8 ohm speaker. This is actually pretty cool. Now over here, if you look, I'm using the small cube that's glued to the speaker here. So, and then you have this one, and essentially what's supposed to happen is you cover it. Oops. Not that one. You cover it. Then there's like different formats that you can do. You can do that one, then this one. If you have 2 speakers or 1 speaker or whatever, right? But with N scale, there's barely any room. So essentially, what you're supposed to do is take that small one, which is the same thing like this, but smaller, and then you glue this one onto the bottom to seal it. But that's going to give me too much height. So what I did was, on the small one, these little tiny pins right here that you can see, I just cut them off to give me a lower profile, and I used 2-sided sticky tape, and I just glued it right down right in front of the board. Next thing that I'm going to have to do is solder the connections, and then this one here, the capacitor, I'm actually going to cut it and I'm going to extend it. Reason for that is, okay, the reason for that is when we put this on, okay, and it goes about like this. If you look right here, there's room, enough room to put the capacitor back there. So what I am going to do is, as I said, extend it, bring the capacitor, tape it to the back here, and then it'll fit. This cube speaker is a really tight fit when the body comes on. So, but the best way that I can think about doing this. So right now, I'm gonna get my wires, and I'm gonna start doing this. Yeah, this looks like orange, but really it is red wire. So we got my red and black wire. Solder. Okay, the solder that I use it's lead free. But just guys, remember when you solder, always make sure that you're in a well vented environment or area, so you're not breathing in the fumes. Let's cut this. I'm going to cut this right in the middle. Okay, so first thing that I am going to do is slap some flux. I'm going to tin the speaker here. Get it prepared for soldering. Okay. That looks good. Okay, before we go any further, what I did was I taped the capacitor to the back of the train, just where I want it, and I'm just test fitting it right now. So far so good. Alright, so there I did the extension, and put shrinking tube to cover it up. Before we go any further, let's test it out, see how it runs, see if it does run. So. Sounds pretty good so far. Holy crap. Okay, so far so good. Let's put everything back together. Putting the body usually ends up making it a little bit louder, so let's shrink these tubes that are here and put the body on and cross fingers. Okay, now so here's the big moment. this on. So that's gonna go in like that. Push a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh yeah. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed, because of the speaker being right there, you're gonna have to shave just like a little bit. It's this one. So maybe like a mil. There you go. Okay, so what I did here was, the board here needs to do more of a nosedive, so I cut up a business card and sliced what I need for the length, or sorry, for the width, and I shoved it right underneath here. So I lifted the board up, and I don't know if you can see it, right there is the business card. So try number 2. Nice. Okay, let's check the sounds. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. Definitely happy. That's the dynamic brake fan. It's pretty freaking loud. Yeah. Alright, so I cranked this up, maxed out the volume for this speaker. Well, not for this speaker, but for the other one. I am going to turn down the volume, so... Alright, so that's it for this decoder install. And until the next time, guys, keep on modeling.